2, 1. Good morning.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, social media.
Welcome back to the Succulent Bros podcast.
Succulent Bro podcast coming at you straight out of the burning Los Angeles ashes, rising like a phoenix. Yeah, how does a phoenix? I don't even know what's a phoenix. Is it a mythical creature?
It's a mythical bird.
Oh, okay, so we could just make whatever fucking squawky noise we want.
It's a mythical bird that ages, and then when it's getting old, it bursts into flames.
West side.
Yeah.
West side. What side do I die?
Right.
It's right, folks. We are under fire here in Los Angeles, California. Over thousands of acres of land has been burned. Bunch of houses. A few people have died. It's nothing to be making fun of. We're gonna try not to make fun of it here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
we're live.
You could try to not make fun of stuff, but sometimes a little bit of levity is
Levity?
Yeah. Like levity, like hey,
what's going on? I don't know. There's not much we could joke on it. To be honest with you,
there's not really much joking on it. It'd be nice if we get a nice little rain. God damn it.
Yeah, we could get some rain. It would have helped out real good, huh? Imagine right at the peak of the fires, it starts fucking pouring and then just turns everything off. And they're like, everybody's like, yeah.
The gods have pissed on us.
Yeah. The God has not forsaken us. Right now, there's some forsakening.
There's forsakening going on. It's crazy, man.
Right. Well, we got a little bit of ash on this side of LA. We're very south LA. Closer to the other counties going south. We're more southern California.
Closer to Orange County.
Yeah.
Long Beach area.
Right. Long Beach is right around the corner from us, and the southern county, which is Orange County, from LA, that one's probably a few miles away from here. So we're like literally on the opposite side of the fires.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't be further from the fires on the same county.
Right.
You know? We're like the furthest of the county. Yeah.
That's true.
So we're by the beach too. We're like about 5 miles away, but they're on the beach.
Hey man, but if that wind kept going or keeps going, it might just fucking continue, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? If it would have hit the ghettos, I could picture the Mexicans fucking figuring it out, dude. Yeah. Call all their family and cousins. Bring the water from Europe. People will show up with the water in their cars and trucks.
Yeah. Buckets of water and shit.
Yeah. For sure.
More people would die.
More people would have died, yes, for sure. But
trying to fight their fires.
More fires would be maybe not.
Right.
Forward.
Much more houses would burn down because they're closer together.
Oh, sure, yes.
They're closer together. There's fluff around the sides.
Good thing it didn't.
Good thing. I don't even know where it's at right now. Like how stop.
I'm trying not even to pay attention to it too much because it's really close to home.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah. So all right, folks. This is a Succulent Coast. Coast Succulent. We're coasting here at the Succulent Coast.
At the Succulent Bros. Succulent Bros.
Bro on with the Succulent Bro podcast here at GT Nursery.
Oh yeah, but we're not here to talk about fires. We're not here about
that. Let's bring it up, folks, because we just want to let you know that we're still alive.
We're still alive. We're kicking.
Yeah. I'm barely kicking, but
our family's all right.
Yeah, everyone's okay. All right, folks. Today we have this beautiful and gorgeous episode. We have a helicopter.
Beautiful.
Hope it's not going to be lingering around for too long.
Well, I think it's headed to the fires.
You think so?
It looks like it's going straight that way.
Yeah, it's not turning up.
No.
All right, folks. We have this beautiful day on us. Today is, we're in the new year.
Yes, we are.
We got Edgar from Your Cacti Sucks.
Howdy, folks.
I was our co-host. I am the host of this beautiful podcast.
Right.
I got my luscious dry curls today.
Pretty
just
dry.
For you. Yeah, they're on the dry side.
They're a little bit on the dry side.
Right. Yes, today we have a nice presentation for you guys. We're going to be talking about these beautiful succulents from Madagascar. Madagascar instance.
Are all Pachypodiums in Madagascar?
I don't
I don't think
really
so.
know. I feel like I want to say yes.
I want to say no.
No,
Yeah.
they're all African.
Yeah.
All right.
The common name of the Pachypodium is the
Madagascar palm. Yeah. So let's go into it. This is Pachypodiums 101 by the Succulent Bros podcast.
It's a succulent, bros.
Chupale. Come
on. Yeah. Pachypodiums. Spiny, codex,
branchy,
petrichal,
beautiful flowers. Scented flowers? Do they have scented flowers?
I feel like they do.
I feel like I have. Like, have you? I feel like I've smelled them.
I feel like I smelled them, and I'm like, ooh.
Do they have scented flowers?
Am I wrong?
I'm not 100% sure. I want to say no.
You think?
Because that's something that we probably would have remembered.
It would have stood out.
Well, I remember all the other scented flowers.
You're right.
On the succulent world, like the Sesame Tamu Guardiae, or the Echinocereus rigidissimus.
That one has scented?
That one and the Kawila.
Never really smelled them.
They have a little scent to them. A lot of
like cactus outrageous.
Dioscorea elephantipes.
They have a little scent.
They have a little like honeysuckle scent.
Yeah, little.
Right. Certain mesums too. Certain mesums. Like the one we got, the rabias, they have like a slightly
citrusy?
Yeah, kind of.
Lemony?
No, it's more of a. I can only think about like all of these succulents, the smell goes from like high honeysuckle smell to low honeysuckle.
Like vanilla.
Yeah. Like I can't go gardenia on it.
It's not gardenia.
No, it's higher than a rose on the ones that are scented.
Well, there's some roses out there that are very scented.
Well, anyways, Pachypodiums.
Pachypodioti. They're beautiful plants with spines and leaves. They are in dormancy kind of right now.
Right now they're kind of dormant. We're having like a nice heat spell here in Southern California. We haven't gotten a real winter here. It's either today's probably one of the coldest days, huh? One of the coldest days.
The last 3 days, I think
it's one of the coldest of the year. The year has just started, folks, but usually around mid-January, that's when we get our coldest snaps. And we've seen anything as low as 28 degrees, which 28 degrees will be decimating, just clearing out almost everything that I have in the nursery, to be honest with you. So, because we just have it all in the open, and most of it is because it's not, they're just not used to it.
Right.
You know, if we had like a gradual to 28, maybe some will survive.
Right.
But they're not hardy.
But I'll tell you what, if we got a 28 now, I don't think you'll lose as much.
You don't think so?
It's a dry ass climate right now, dude. It's not as wet.
Right. So wet and cold will take a lot of things.
Like in the past, sure. when it's rain.
Yeah, it pours rain, and then the next week switches to like 30-degree weather.
It catches everything wet.
Wet and then full of moisture, and then it just kind of like lollipops and shit.
Lollipops.
No, lollipop. No, ice pop.
Lollipop. What's the song?
Lollipop,
oh lollipop.
Fuck you,
boom.
Oh?
I don't know what you said.
I said fuck you. All right. Yes, Pachypodiums.
Now are these not frost hardy at all?
I think they are kind of frost hardy. I mean, if I have to give them at least to 32 degrees. You know, anything below 32 degrees is like freezing temperature. But I think they could take, they might lose some of the, like if you could imagine this cottage being in the ground.
Right.
If it got frozen over, it might still have a little nub on it. It will continue to grow out because this bottom one will be, if the ground get frozen, it will take it too.
Yeah.
So it all depends how long that cold snap could
be. And I don't even think it necessarily needs for a nub because I've cut some and there's like branches coming off the sides.
They kind of like they're not shoots. they're kind of like shoots, but they're not like rhizomes where they're like
No.
they're traveling to find their.
No, it's like a branch
No,
coming out.
it's like it branches out through the thing. Um, it's crazy because it goes to show you that somebody. Wait, hold on, I'm getting a call.
Lollipop, lollipop,
Jesus.
oh, lolly, lolly, lolly,
All right, let me
lollipop.
take this real quick.
He's gonna go take that call. We are in business hours here at GT Nursery, folks. If you do follow GT Nursery, you can always come check this out here in Bellflower. It's open to the public. You come and enjoy. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, comment, share with all your friends. This is the Succulent Bros podcast where we have all kinds of questions and non-answers. And what else we got? What else was I gonna say? What else? I had something more.
Yeah, I was rummaging to my booklets in library, and I came across this. I have a pretty nice library, folks. Not like a huge one, but maybe 100 books or so.
Yeah.
And maybe another 50, 60 little pamphlets of these types. I was looking at this once. I have an assortment of these. I sold a few, I think like one or two, on our Palm Street sale yesterday.
That looks pretty cool. Big ass PACHYPODIUM.
Yes.
Namaquanam.
Yes, what do you think is behind it? Says on the thumbnails?
Can I see real quick?
Because this was from Namaquanam. So you were talking about, are all PACHYPODIUMs Madagascan? No, bitch. The PACHYPODIUM Namaquanam is from Namaquanam land, Africa, which is South Africa, baby. You know what I mean? South side.
I don't know what the heck this little plant is.
It almost looks like Serraria namaquensis because it's from Namaquanam.
It does look like it.
Doesn't it look like Serraria namaquensis?
It does. It's exactly what it looks like.
Hey,
Has no
hey,
leaves.
hey, hey,
I have no
hey.
leaves, but I see no trunk, like fat.
You want to show them a little bit?
products.
What we're looking at?
All right, folks. All right. Give him a nice little pan.
Yes. So this one is. I had them there. I hadn't really looked into them too much, but I brought them in, and I was kind of going through them as I was offering a few of these. So these journals are from this one particular is from 1988, and this one says Journal of the South African Aloe and Succulent Society.
So this is a society just for the South African aloes and
It's
succulents.
succulents, and so it's pretty cool, like right here, the South African Aloe and Succulent Society, and then whatever the name of this is. So like this one is in like some other language. I don't know what kind of language it is.
Right.
But this one is definitely
Well, that's the thing. Back in the day, they had to do these journals.
yeah. There's no social media.
There's no social media nowadays. People just make an article online, and
Cultivation of PACHYPODIUM Namaquanums.
I'm gonna go pick them up tomorrow.
All of them.
The other ones that are flowering.
Well, you want to give this a gander?
Yeah,
Might help you, 'cause, like-
how about you read some right now? You fuck.
All right,
We'll
let's
learn
read it.
together.
Okay, so Tuna
This is a
Poon,
podcast.
which is a very Asian friend of ours. He has an amazing collection that he amassed in the past 4 years.
Yeah.
The guy has money, and he hanged out with us, and we kind of sprinkled our love of cacti and succulents deep into his Asian brain.
Oh, I
And,
thought you say Asian butthole.
No, not his butthole. No, folks. Hey, folks, we're not. Look, hey,
You went with the B word. And I was like, oh, where are you going with this?
it would have been funny if I would have said it. Huh? I missed
Yeah.
my opportunity on that one. The thing is that I'm
Yeah.
always like that. So even if I'm not professional, if I'm professional,
It's insinuated.
if people insinuated that, whoa, yeah. All right, so he has an assortment of PACHYPODIUMs that are mature. He discovered 2 days ago that they were coming into bloom,
A lot of
and
them.
yeah, like 7 or 8 of them, and more are gonna come too.
I told them all of them are probably gonna flower.
Yeah, all of
They're
the same age.
all the size.
So you can see this one's already flowering right here.
Well, it's already like spitting
Yeah.
out seeds, I think.
So this one says the protection of the habitat of the rare and endangered species is undoubtedly the best way of ensuring their survival.
Ooh.
Although locally common, the restricted habitat and the popularity of PACHYPODIUM namaquanum among succulent collectors necessitates efforts to ensure the survival of the species, especially in the case of a much sought after succulent like this, and added measures in the quest for protection of the species is the provision of a plant grown from seed.
A huevo.
Seed grown, baby. This fact is presented recognized by many conservation bodies. The large-scale cultivation of rare succulents and other plants like Encephalotus SSP coming to mind. Although the popularity of Pachypodium namaquanam resulted in the lawful and unlawful collecting of the large number of plants from its habitat. The species is known to have disappeared from certain localities due to the collecting, and this was back in 1988. So they've been poaching this shit for the longest.
Right.
It is to be doubt whether more than 5% of these plants have survived in cultivation. So not only have they been poaching, they really had no real
Idea of
understanding
how to grow 'em.
how to grow them, and very few actually survived.
5%.
5%.
That's crazy, dude.
Right. So if 5% survive,
100 plants, only 5 would last you forever, I guess.
enough to give you a set of flowers
Right.
and get some seeds. Let's just hope that the 5 that survive were in cultivars' hands,
Right.
and that's why we probably have them in cultivation now.
Right.
All right, so 5% it says survive, especially in the case of larger plants. Established field collected plants in cultivation requires much expertise and a fair amount of luck.
Right.
This fact supplies another incentive for efforts to make this plant, which is for many collectors the most desirable of all succulents, available in the form of seed-grown, well-established plants. The fact that seed is seldom available and the often reported slow growth rate of the seedlings have in the past made this goal somewhat impractical. It is in fact that due to the severe parasitations, seed is seldom available in fair amounts in habitat.
Oh, so even in habitat, the parasites are getting into the seeds.
Right. Read it.
Where you at? Parasitic seed. Repeated visits to the same colonies have also proved convincingly that in normal years, and normal means very hot and dry,
Right.
the growth rate of seedlings in large plants is in fact fairly low. The purpose of these notes is to report on methods of overcoming of both these inhibiting factors in the cultivation of Pachypodium namaquanam. In previous articles, see Aloe volume blah 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 blah. Hand pollination and the growth rate of young seedlings were discussed in 1977. Seed was obtained by hand pollination of plants in cultivation. Under optimum conditions, these plants maintained a fairly high growth rate, and after 10 years, 1987, have reached a height of approximately 30 centimeters and stem diameter of 10 centimeters. The big surprise came in June 1985 when some of these seedlings came into flower. 10 years.
So 10-year-old
Oh,
seedlings.
85, so like 8 years.
8 years. That's what I said, bitch.
Yeah. The value said that's how old those are.
We guesstimated right.
Right.
Damn, we're badasses.
At that stage, the plants were approximately 25 centimeters high with a stem diameter about 8 centimeters in habitat. The author has never observed any plants with a height of less than 1 meter flowering. Less than 1 meter flowering.
Huh? He has never experienced it?
In habitat, I guess.
Oh, in habitat.
Yeah. So in
Oh, so in
habitat,
cultivation,
they
They have to
start
be
flowering.
at least a meter high for it to be flowering. Okay, but in
In
cultivation,
cultivation, it doesn't-
yeah, maybe like a foot, about a footer.
Right. Pretty
Oh, nice. That's very good. So, so that tells us that pachypodiums in cultivations accelerate their maturity. You're accelerating their maturity by all the good stuff that we give them.
The first flowering season resulted in only a few flowers.
I don't know. He's coming in with a nice round.
Oh, maybe it's not the first season they flowered.
Well, it has to be.
Plants flowered abundantly in the 2 following seasons. Hand pollination was very successful, and as can be expected, parasites as well as pollinators, of course, are completely absent in Pretoria.
What does that mean?
I don't know what Pretoria means.
All right, let me see.
I'm over here.
Which is more than 1 kilometers away from the habitat of the plants.
Oh, it's a place.
It will therefore be possible in the future to grow strong, healthy seedlings to a reasonable size within a few years. Very few plants were lost. even after transplanting. Transplanting should, as in the case of most succulents, always take place during the growing season, and the root damage should be limited to the minimum.
Minimum.
It should, however, be noted that the growing season of the seedlings lasts for 10 months, from December until October. It's perfect timing.
Todo el puto año crecen los güey.
Sí. During what time? But it helps us because remember we're like, what are these?
Yeah, we're like, oh, are these winter growers? Are these? No, they're mostly year growers.
So fall is pretty much their
That's crazy, no?
like the end of like their peak dormancy is right after summer.
Right.
It is hoped to that ability of this is the hope that the availability of this plant will not only satisfy the needs of honest collectors, which we are, who be happy to obtain plants without endangering the species, but will also diminish the unhealthy urge to get hold of specimens only because they are rare and unobtainable. No, I want shit that is rare and unobtainable.
I do want stuff that's rare and unobtainable. And I
That's what I
want to
want.
grow it and make it obtainable.
Yeah, let's get
That's
them
the whole point.
obtainability.
The whole cultivation.
In the long run, the commercial value field collected plants have. We will also be reduced to a level where it is no longer worthwhile digging out plants illegally.
That's the goal.
Well, in this case, if such little survive from taking them out of habitat, what is the point of you digging them out? What are you gonna get 100 of them
I
on
think
the
that's probably
ground?
why we haven't seen.
We haven't really seen many of them that look potentially.
I don't think I've ever seen any.
No. In conclusion, some hints on the cultivation of seedlings of Pachypodium namaquanam can be given. As stated above, plants are watered frequently once a week during the growing season. A valence soluble fertilizer is applied about once every 3 to 4 weeks. As the plant occurs in preferred in alkaline soil, lime is applied annually. The
Right.
plants prefer fairly high temperatures, although some shade should be provided, especially when they are young. The species seems to be remarkable pest and disease free, a wide scale being only problem ever experienced. A mixture of oleum and malathion, which
Malathion.
I don't think they're available
They
anymore.
don't sell malathion anymore. At least they don't sell it the way they used to.
No,
They do
I
have
don't
some at
think
Home
you
Depot.
can get. Okay, well let's try that one.
But it's not going to be the same one they're talking about, dude. I remember the old school malathion.
Well, maybe we could offer.
Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe that even more old school.
Yeah, this is definitely like a true fucking cancer
Yeah.
producing.
Right.
To which a small amount of liquid dish soap was added soon solved the problem. Young leaves are easily damaged by chemicals and sprays. Seeds germinated very easily, and after only a few hours, if sown very shallowly.
Shallowy.
What? A few hours?
A few overnight.
That's
Solid.
crazy. Measures must be taken to against damping off of seedlings. It is important to remember that certain systemic fungicides like bentalate inhibited germination and should therefore only be used after germination.
Oh, inhibited the germination.
Yeah, 'cause you know people you're like, oh, I'm gonna get them with this concoction to eliminate all the fungi that could be created inside of the soil. And how many people we didn't do any of that? I just throw it in there. And I got some stuff that's spread out that people were like, hey, how the fuck you got it spread out? So I'm thinking that's so bentalate. It says like bentalate inhibits germination and should be therefore only be used after germination.
Right.
Don't get overzealous. That's it. That's what we got on the Pachypodium.
Wow.
On
Namaquanums.
Namaquanum. It's a pretty nice book. We're gonna be offering these. We have other pamphlets, journals like this. Catches on our Palm Street app.
Wow.
Where we're gonna be slanging these cool cacti and succulents, and coming forward, maybe we'll get you some seedlings.
A little piece of history.
Yes.
These are a little piece of history with some knowledge and these might have knowledge that might not even be online. Nobody has taken the time to fucking grab this and put it up online. You know, so
I went online. There's like a few journals or articles on Rob Skillen talking about the Namaquanam and the cultivation of it. But I could imagine that whoever wrote this one in 1988, Rob Skillen was right. He might have wrote it. Let's see.
It has to be an author somewhere in the front or the background,
or at least on the article right here. Let's see who wrote it.
J.A.
J.A. Ratif. Notes on growth rate and flowering stages. And that's all it says. Well, whoever J.A. Ratif, I'm pretty sure Rob Skillen knows about him and probably even work with him
Probably.
to like cultivate his own stuff. So yeah, that's Pachypodium Namaquanam, but we have different types of Pachypodiums, you know, and we're not experts on Pachypodiums, but what we get introduced to is what we come across. You know, we dive into some of the stuff that we don't have access to, but for the most part, we kind of study these plants as we physically have them in our shop.
Yeah.
And we learn from like
touching them, planting them, cutting them. Oh, what
Right,
does
right.
this one do? You know,
right. So we got
hands-on learning.
we got two beautiful specimens right here. This one's a Pachypodium bispinosum, and then on this side we have a beautiful caduciform Pachypodium grequensis. So we got these last year, and we uprooted them, showing some of these beautiful caudics.
It gives some stretch marks already.
Yeah, that one's gonna get some really nice stretch marks, and it's been there for like 6 months. I think we might have to build it up, maybe in the growing season.
Maybe. Because I remember we brought these in, and down here they had a few just fingers.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Because they were
Like
those big.
finger licking good Pachypodiums. All right, so let's dive into the type of Pachypodiums. I don't know all of them, but what we could do is we could break them down to what we could deem them separation of within the genus.
Right.
Because I kind of like that, you know, and I try to do that. That's how my brain works.
Well,
Put 'em
I
in
mean,
little pockets,
it's
little
just
sockets, little
a way
drawers.
better way to kind of like remember it. What happened with the aloidendrons? Why did they switch them? Because they're obviously a little bit different.
They're a little bit
tree-like
different.
fucking
Yes,
aloe.
yes.
So let's call them aloidendrons. It might happen the same.
Right.
It might be that later on the Pachypodium, the tall tree
The
form,
tall tree
they'll
forms.
move them to like, I don't know,
Right.
Pachypodium. don't know.
Pachypodium? No, I don't know, but pachycolumnars.
Yeah, something.
So Pachypodiums, in what I've seen so far, it seems to be three types of Pachypodiums. We got like the most common one, it's the Madagascar palm. It's a Pachypodium lameri, and it grows upwards. Nice thick, patchy trunk.
Yeah, it'll still create a nice
Yeah,
fat trunk.
it's not your traditional caduciform, like the rare variety of rounded caduciform,
Oh, they
but
get
it's
round.
definitely it's a caudics.
Yeah, they get rounded.
Yeah, they get like a little bottle shape,
Yeah.
So
But they have to be really old.
these will deem them columnar.
Columnar.
Will be like columnar type or upright type Pachypodiums. And just off the bat, we don't know all of them, but just to like name a few, it's a Pachypodium lameri.
Yeah.
And then there's lameri. Within lameri, there's other variations like ramosa, and there's other like 2 or 3 other ones that I kind of
Rudenbergianum.
the Rudenbergianum, but these are not lameris. These are just Rudenbergianums.
I thought there was a Lameri Rudenbergianum.
Is there lameri Rudenbergianum?
I thought so. could be wrong.
Because they're Rudenbergianums,
It's a legit
Sophians, Rudenbergianums, Marianole. So they're all lameris.
No, I don't think so. I don't think those are it. I think there's another.
There
one.
is a
Lamerii Rudenbergianum.
What if there is a lameri Rudenbergianioides?
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
They just didn't call it the oides on the genus of Pachypodiums. They didn't add the
Right.
like.
Yeah.
You know,
They do that sometimes.
they flip flop, baby.
They're
Hey,
flip
hey,
floppers.
hey,
Fucking
flip
flip
flop, baby. Yeah, sometimes they flip flop, folks. And if you know what the fuck we talking about, you're the nerd.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
know what we're talking about? You're agreeing to the max. You're like, yeah.
Right.
Why do
And-
they keep doing it?
And if you don't know what we're talking about, then you might know a lot more than us. All right, so the columnar varieties, Pachypodium lameri, and whatever other varieties that comes with those.
Gay eye.
Gay eye, no, gay eye is not a lameri.
Oh, I thought you meant like columnar.
Yeah, columnar's gay eye. It's a beautiful, distinctive leaflessation.
These have distinctive leafletization too.
Yes.
And you don't really think about them of columnar because you don't see them in cultivation that tall.
No, they're
But
columnar.
they're columnar.
But they're not that tall though. This is a fucking Serraria namaquensis. It might not be a Serraria namaquensis.
Oh, how do you know
It
how
might be
big?
a Serraria like fruticulosa or
Oh,
there's something like a taller variety. It does look like McQuiston's,
Oh,
though.
you might be right. At first glance, I was like, "Is that a Oxalis gagatea?"
Oh, it can't be oxalic. It cannot be oxalic.
I know.
Oxalic giganteas are from Chile. This
That's
guy's
from
fucking
Chile.
nuts.
No, I know, but when you first see it, it doesn't look like an Oxalis without the leaves.
Yeah. You know what it looks like? The trunk. It looks like a Jatropha cinerea or a Jatropha
Cuniata?
cuniata.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Similar, like a bush type
bush type succulents.
of the world. Yeah, so we got Pachypodium namarai, Rubenbergianum. We have Pachypodium gayi. There's other varieties that are upright like that of those Pachypodiums.
Right.
I don't know other ones right now off the top of my head that will go upward like that.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe some variations within the same ones that we just mentioned.
Right.
So yes, and then now we're gonna move on to the non-columnar ones. We're gonna go to like the bush type ones. The bush type ones are pretty cool. We got like the bush type ones range a lot. I think maybe more than the columnar,
Yeah,
and maybe more of than the underground codex ones.
I think that's the biggest.
That's the biggest range.
Bushy.
Yeah, because you got
Bigfoot.
that world I have not dived into, not at all. There's other
We
ones.
bring them in. Yeah, there's a bunch. We bring them in here and there, but they sell. First of all, they sell pretty quick.
Yes,
They're awesome.
You got just to name a few on top of the head. I'll name some, and then my brother will name the ones he.
That you're
Yeah.
missing.
So we have Pachypodium eburnum, Pachypodium rossulatum, and then all the varieties, sub varieties
Right.
of rossulatum like cactypes
Gracilis.
and gracilis, and there's
Right.
like a few other ones
Right.
out there. So we got rossulatum. We got in it starts with an Inoprotia or something like that. There's a few
I
varieties.
know that one.
There's a
Macayense.
Macayensis. What other ones?
Densiflora.
Densiflora.
No. What was it?
We don't know shit, don't we?
Baronii. That's the one.
Baronii, Windsorii, but that's just a subvariety of Baronii.
Right.
What else?
Sandersii.
Sandersii, Lalei, but Lalei is more like
Tree? It's there. It's like in between.
It's definitely in between.
There's gonna be in between.
That one's like it's because we're thinking branchy, non-underground codex.
Right. That was kind of in between Branchy and this motherfucker.
No, it doesn't have underground codex.
Kinda.
No, it doesn't.
Kinda.
No, this is a thick, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
No, Lalei and Lalei Sandersii, they're thick patchy
They're
calls.
bush. They're bush.
They're more of a patchy call.
You think so? They get huge, huh?
The Lalei get pretty big.
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
Yeah.
What else do we got on the Pachypodiums?
You already said?
You were talking about the only one that doesn't fit none of this is the Brevicali. You were mentioning Brevicali. It's a very compact, but how many of those Brevicalis? There might be other variations of similar Brevicali, but be fourth forms of it.
There's got to be.
There's got to be more of those Brevicali types, and then there's got to be other variations of Brevicali.
Yeah.
We never heard about Brevicali being other variations. There's have to
Red
be.
flower Brevicali.
Is there? Is there?
No, I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure there is.
There's a Baronii with red flower.
Oh, I love it.
You know?
All right, what other Pachypodiums are there on that second
The bushy.
second
If
form?
if we didn't name some and you know it, put it down in the comment section below, folks.
Right? Are we geeking out too much? Is this like way too much? Looking into, we don't even know too much about it to even talk about it.
No, we don't.
That's the thing.
Well, that's the good thing about the internet, though.
The internet will teach you shit that you didn't want to know.
Put it in the comments. We'll be like, oh yeah, oh shit, I don't know that one. Let me look it up.
Right.
And then we start learning new things.
All right, so let's give it one more search in our brain for any other varieties of the of those branching above codex Pachypodiums that are not columnar. Above codex. I know there's a bunch of them. We got them in here too, but we just never really.
Did you say Horomensis?
Yeah, Horambensis. Horambensis. Yeah. No, that's it, huh?
Oh, that's it. Well,
That's what we have came across.
Well, you say Rosolatum, and then you're like,
Rosolatum has a lot of varieties there. Cactipes,
Rosalatum,
Gracilis.
Gracilis.
There
That's
might be
three right
other
there.
few other ones that might fit into the
Looks like
criteria.
there's three right there that off the bat. So.
Right, and we've gotten other varieties.
None of those hybrids.
Remember those hybrids that we got from Ohio?
Oh, yeah.
Remember? They had all those weird names. I just never fucking.
There was like Densiflora was one of those,
Densiflora
and they were crossed with like some other shit.
Yeah, the one started with an I.
Like fuzzy leaves and shit.
Yeah, I should have kept them all. Huh?
Yeah.
We got them in early on, and I didn't know how to take care of them. They were like dying on me.
They were dying on you.
I was overwatering them, all underwatering them. I didn't know what the fuck to do with them. And we got them in the summertime. We got them in the wrong time.
Yeah.
You know, we should have gotten them like in October. Oh, now we know. All right, folks. So the third one, last but not least, and maybe one of my favorites, because I feel like I have lost less of these, you know, due to like rot or stuff like that. Like
right.
we got that bad chin that we're struggling with.
Right, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Bring it in one piece.
Right. So this one, the caduciforms, the underground codex PACHYPODIUMS, which includes Biospinosum, Grequensis, Succulentum, and that's it.
And the hybrid.
The hybrid Biospinosum X Succulentum. Is there any other varieties?
As far as
that we know, this is the only three that are like underground codex. There has to be more, dude.
I feel like there has to be more.
Why don't we know more?
Huh? Well, this is all this up. Pull out your phone.
All right, let's go. No, hey,
let's dig deep. Let's dive deep. It's the succulent, bro. Underground. How would you look for it?
I'm just gonna put PACHYPODIUM varieties.
All right. Kind of brush up on the variety.
Yeah, then maybe you could look into the ones. Horambensis, Rosalatum, Succulentum, Baronii, Captives, Eburnum, Rudenbergianum, Decarii, PACHYPODIUM Decarii, Inopinatum. That's what I was talking about. Abongensis, Gracilis, bicolor. Mycea. We didn't say Mycea.
Mycea, no.
And we had Mycea before. Yeah, Mycaensis is in here. But there's some Mycea. That's it, dude. I think we fucking got almost all of them.
But where's the Biospinosums?
Biospinosum up here. Namaquanam, Densiflorum.
They're all there?
Yeah, they're all there. I think we fucking need almost all of them. The only one that I never seen is the Decarii or bicolor. And I think bicolor we might have had it. Let's see. It says Madagascar, so it's gonna be a type of. Let me see.
I feel like the Decarii, they just look like Lamarias.
I took it off. What was I looking?
PACHYPODIUM Decarii.
Decarii. It said Madagascar. It almost looks like a. Oh, it looks really nice. Check it out.
Oh wow! Looks like almost like a goddamn ellipticum.
Yeah, look at this.
Like Pseudobombax.
Pseudobombax type. Look at this.
Little bush, but nice big white flowers.
Folks, we are officially in the search for a PACHYPODIUM Decarii. I didn't even know they existed.
Well, you got to think this thing was 1988, dude. It's been over 35 years.
So maybe the Decarii. Well, this one didn't tell us anything about Namaquanam. So
you know what I'm saying, but I'm saying like there's got to be new ones that are starting to get found and
yeah
introduced.
So that one's cool. Let me show you guys what it looks like.
I don't know if that one's one of them, but I'm saying.
Let me show you guys what it looks like. This is the
PACHYPODIUM Decarii with the beautiful white flowers. It has a nice rounded body.
The leaves almost looks like that Mariodonalis. Kind of like a weeping, thick.
Fat.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So this one would be considered an above ground one too. I don't think it's gonna have a codex.
Right.
You can see the base building on top. So it'd be like a Sanders High type or a little bit more of a
Amboensis. Baroni type.
Yeah.
That create like that ball.
Like a branching pachica.
Delicious.
Right. So PACHYPODIUM varieties.
What other one you want to look up?
The
bicolor?
Bicolor is the only one.
Why bicolor?
The
flower?
No, let's find out. Pachypodium bicolor almost looks like with a Rosulatum. It looks like separate Rosulatum.
It does kind of.
Look at these. I feel like I've seen a bicolor, like in person. Yellow flowers.
I mean, what's
It
the
almost
difference?
looks like a one of those Micaeas.
Right, right.
Or I wonder if it's.
That's the thing about all those. They all have yellow. A lot of them have yellow flowers, and they all kind of have similar growing habits. So
Right.
it's hard to tell them apart.
This one is one in cultivation.
Very neggy.
The
So
cottage is
cultivation.
not there yet.
The cottage is not there yet. Let's talk to him over here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's Pachypodium for you guys. We're kind of spot on, man. I mean, maybe there's like different variations within the same varieties that we don't know too much about them, like the subspecies and stuff.
Nah, wait till they start hybridizing them, homie.
Oh man,
They already started, but I'm just saying, like, get some of that red flower action.
what do you
cross
have in
with-
Pachypodium that's flowering? Maybe you cross
Nada.
the Namaquanam.
I have a bunch of these, but none of them are flowering.
I sold the fucking hybrid.
All right.
That hybrid Namaquanam X what Bispinosum?
Yeah.
Que pendejo.
Ese güey is raro.
I don't know why I sold it.
Didn't you root it to pieces?
Yeah, I did. That one was a cutting.
No tienes.
I don't think I hit in the greenhouse. I think it died.
Ah,
There was like 2 or 3 cuttings.
we're gonna have to make our own hybrids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to make it. Do you have anything flowering now on the Pachypodiums at all?
Well, what I could do is save some of that pollen of the Namaquanam.
Look, we know for a fact that we could cross it with a Biospinosa.
And I know for a fact that I've gotten my own seed from Requency. I pollinated and I got a seed, and it's
So-
growing. So I'm thinking, I'll save some of that Namaquanam pollen.
Yes,
When
save
these
it.
guys are flowering,
Save the Namaquanam pollen.
I'll pull it out and hit one of them with it.
So if you could cross a Pachypodium Namaquanam with a Biospinosum, because we've seen the cross before, then the Namaquanam, I don't think it's considered a columnar. It might not be columnar. It might be considered into like the secondary grouping.
well, it's kind of on a lane on its own, dude. It's weird as hell.
It's like branchy kind of. The leaves are definitely not that columnar like the other kind of is. The flowers look different from any of them.
Well, it doesn't have branches.
If you cut it back, it does.
1, 2, maybe. That's not a branch. That's just heads. These are branches.
That's not a knife.
Labradorite, you don't see the branches.
Fucking
All of them.
the Namaquanam was like, that's not a knife. This is a knife. He comes out with a
These are
fucking
just
big ass.
heads.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's go into it. What's your favorite Pachypodium? Give me top 3. Top 3. Because we've seen specimens of most of these stuff. There's a few of them that we have never seen, like the carry which we probably seen, we just never really acknowledged it, or they told us what it was.
Right.
But
I've seen a nice fat Macayense one time, and it was
gorgeous, yes.
like a more yellowish tone to
So
the,
which one?
to the
Which
codex. I'll probably put the Macayense as one of them.
Macayensis?
Windsori Baronii, the
Oh,
red flower.
Oh,
That's one of them.
that's second on your list.
That's probably first,
First,
or that one.
give us the fucking order, dude.
Oh,
These people want to know the order.
okay. I'll do Namaquanam.
Namaquanam top,
Red flower second,
right? Red flower,
and then it kind of goes into to that field. But out of the field, I like Macayense
Macayensis.
as one of the
The
fat.
Rosolanums are really nice. The Cactipus is
Oh
fucking
yeah, they're great.
gorgeous.
They're great.
Those Burnhams too. I love fatter Burnhams. The Burnhams grow like this, in maturity, they grow arms like this. They don't grow upwards. They grow arms like that, like a trailing codex trunk pachycaul. Ooh, I like them thick. I like them thick.
It's hard to choose with all those other ones.
All right. Well, just because of the rarity, the obscure, the unique form, Namaquanam is definitely going to be on the top.
Right.
I think the other varieties are not in cultivation as well So it'll be hard to choose.
It's the ugly duckling of the group.
Yeah, it's definitely the different one. The Psycho Bob.
The Sideshow Bob, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so
Fuzzy curly leaves.
red flowers, like a red maroon flowers.
Yeah, like a maroon, yellow, like a yellow.
Fuzzy leaves, wrinkle leaves,
spiny in the motherfucker.
spine, beautiful, and it has like a nice sheen on the trunk.
Yeah,
It's a really nice one, and it's manageable. You can put it in a pot, you could grow it in the ground. I think it's pretty good. I want to say the Namaquanam is definitely gonna be for right now the top of my list. The second one, I'm gonna move it down to Pachypodium gay, dude. You got to get in there with those beautiful colors. It has the word gay in it. I thought it's pretty cool.
Right. The colors, nice.
The colors are really nice on the leaves. Very thin, slender, almost like a. It almost looks like a beautiful painting each leaf. Like they just kind of painted. It's a really nice color on the leaf. The trunks are very they have like the sheen more than the other
kind of grayish,
like a grayish, almost like a slight gray purple. The spines are sometimes even fuzzy, like a fuzzy spine, right? The new growth.
Okay. Yeah.
So and it's the largest of all the Pachypodiums.
Oh yeah, it grows largest.
It's the largest. It's a fucking massive ass fucking Pachypodium.
I think we've never seen big, huh?
Yeah, it's just the largest of all the Pachypodiums. So that landed on the second on my list.
Does it grow out of its colorful leaves?
Maybe it does.
Then it gets big.
Maybe it does. But it's still the largest. Still has
it loses some points if it loses its leaves.
Okay, but I gotta give it to the columners.
We'll see.
I'm gonna choose from one from each.
Yeah, okay.
That way I could be non-partisan.
Okay.
So
well, what is it? What is this one?
I'm gonna label this one as the branching varieties. I'm not gonna put it as a column.
No tiene branches.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Dude.
How tall do they get?
I don't give two fucks what this guy says or you say.
I need you to look up how tall can a.
They probably get tall, but like if we're looking into the lady eye, we can label it to like the.
But the lady eye has branches. Bramble. It's bramble.
Okay,
it has no bramble.
But I don't.
Lely eye is this. This is not lely eye.
Okay,
lely eye look like this.
This one crossed with the underground ones.
Doesn't what's that have to do with
I don't think Elamerai is gonna cross with the underground.
Tried?
Have you tried?
No.
What are they gonna look like?
I don't have that theory yet. From the fact that somebody crossed this with that, I'm thinking they could all cross.
But yes,
all of them. You can make all kinds of.
Well, look, you fuck. You get pollen.
It hit
everything that flowers on Pachypodium, dude.
Yeah.
And you'll be the first one. Oh, I mean,
well, they have that one.
Well, Peter has been working on a few crosses, but it's always been the above ground
with both
with the above ground ones, and they've
yellow
done
flower,
the Biospinosum with the Succulentum. So that one, so there's a hybrid of that, and there's a hybrid of a few of those Mica, Densiflorum, Brevicalis, and stuff like that. So
Densiquali, I think.
Yeah, Densiqualis. Then Densiquali because they had Breviquali.
Hey, that's a good cross. We have those.
We have those too. All right, folks. So it's for me is Namaquanam first, second Pachypodium gayi, and third, if I have to choose one of this out of the three that we have here that are underground, by far the nicest form of them is the Grequensis. More sober, more
darker tone to the leaves.
Beautiful. On the biggest caulics, I think Biospinosum takes it. Biospinosum it's just more of a robust grower, I think. So you get like a bigger caulics on the Biospinosums.
Okay.
But I think all of them will get huge if you just if you train them back. I think the Grequensis, it was one of my first ones that I came across. I remember that little Grequensis that I had for the longest in my collection.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, it looks just like a Biospinosum, and we couldn't really quite figure it out.
It was darker tone of the leaf.
At one point, we thought that Grequensis was a variation of Succulentum.
I'm thinking Succulentum might be.
Let's see, Patchy
might be the biggest one with the cottage, bro.
Podium.
Could be wrong.
Maybe.
Just the trunk looks bigger. All the branches, trunks seem fatter. No.
Let's go to Grequensis, and we're gonna go to Leaflay, which is one of our sources. And we go there first, and then we can kind of peruse around if we don't feel comfortable with our assessment.
Yep.
It says accepted scientific name Pachypodium succulentum, sweet hort Brit.
Ooh.
It says origin of habitat is Australia,
Nah, mames.
Africa.
Yeah, mames.
It says Griqualand, West.
Oh, so that's why it's Grugensis.
But it's crazy because they put NSES, but they put SES, not SEIS.
SIS.
Yeah, just different,
Grugensis.
different wordage.
Grugensis.
It doesn't have no fucking information. It says see all sediments of Pachypodium succulentum. It says Pachypodium succulentum F. cristatum, Pachypodium succulentum, Pachypodium jasminiflorum,
What?
and then Pachypodium grequens.
What about Bispinosa?
It doesn't show here. I put Grequensis and it says scientific name Pachypodium succulentum.
So it is succulent? I don't think they know much of it, huh?
Here it says is a synonym, it's cinnamon, cinnamon baby. Coming to the stage, cinnamon, Grequens. So yeah, so it says it's one of the same, and then the other varieties of succulentums will be succulentum.
But I'm always
succulentum
wary.
cristatum.
I'm always wary to be like, oh, you know what? They're saying, say that because there's nothing on this.
There's no information
you know, so I'm like,
whatsoever.
who's putting that in? You know,
They
so
just kind of like throw it in there.
I
There's
need
not
more
much.
facts.
But we
for me
we
to-
have succulentum. They don't perform like this. This
Not
is
at
upright.
all.
This is like upright branching.
Not at all. Succulentum is more creepy and hangy than even Bispinosa.
And then why is it? Well, they called it. So it's like okay, so let it be a subvariety, but it doesn't say it's a subvariety. It says it's synonymous with each other.
Right. They're just having.
And it's from Griqualand, west. So the west of Griqualand, you can find Griquensis, which is a synonym of. That would just be a locality.
They could have just
That
been,
could've just
they
been
could've
locality.
like they're all succulentums. This is succulentum variety by Spinosum. This is succulentum variety.
But it might not be in the same region, dude.
That's
if-
exactly why.
Why is Biospinosum is like completely? What if Biospinosum is like completely on
Well,
the other
that's-
side of the fucking world?
Well, it's still Pachypodium, and it has the same growth habits.
Where the fuck is Griqualand land?
Look it up.
All right, we're in, but so it says Biospinosum is found in southern and eastern Cape Province of South Africa.
Right. Este se
And
pone bien carones, ¿ah?
see, güey, I'm telling you, you see, no. And what I told you, you soon forget, bitch.
Yeah, but
You soon forget.
I haven't seen the other ones at that age.
This was the largest of the underground. They get like the size of me.
Yeah, about your size. A ball.
We seen some shit now. All right, let's see. Yeah, I mean that doesn't have much information on none of them.
Right, but they're damn gorgeous.
So let's so this is South Cape. So where is
You said west?
West Grequens,
Africa?
Africa?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Where the fuck is it says Grequen West, South Africa too.
Okay.
So what the fuck?
Maybe it's on the west side of South Africa.
Northern Cape Province.
Oh.
The other one was south to northern this year.
Oh, entonces.
They just found it everywhere. All right,
Or maybe they found it everywhere, but this one was only found
in the
there.
Grequens, yeah.
Right. That could be it.
I don't know, man. Look, south.
Pero okay, that even goes back to my point even more further.
Ah,
They should all be Bispinosum in that case, and just subdivide them through subspecies, right, or variety.
you're right. They should all be. But what should we call them? Should we all call them Grequens? No,
No,
Because that one was only like locality. And then should we all call them biospinosum?
Great. They're both all biospine.
They're all biospine, huh?
Yeah.
This one has 3.
Y se van unas que otras.
Vete a la verga, güey.
These do it too.
So why they call them biospinosum?
Because it's pronounced too.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, folks. We did a nice deep dive on Pachypodium. That we're not experts on Pachypodiums. It's just kind of the information that we brought in. There's a little bit more tidbits that we have found out of like how to propagate these various varieties.
Right.
And we have never tried propagating the other varieties like
from cuttings.
I have successfully rooted and saved rotten pieces of the columnars like the Gayi and the Lameri. Because they rotted on me, I cut them off and I put them back, and they rooted. So not that we propagated them on purpose, but we were able to save it, so it could be done.
Right. I rooted some of
these will root no problem. The only ones that I have never tried is the branching varieties, the buff cottage ones. No. I have never tried, and the only reason is because we seldom get them, and when we get them branching, I sell them fast.
Yeah.
And I don't dare to cut them. The only ones that I've rooted. Well, I've tried it with the Sanders eye.
Well, yeah, huh?
Sanders eye, I tried it.
That one kind of seems a little different.
Oh, come on, man! Don't start with this shit.
Like the trunk is not the same.
They're all fucking patchy.
All right. Well,
there you have it, folks.
Podium.
If you like what you heard here, and then you semi-understood some of the stuff, if you're interested, we're gonna label this one Pachypodiums. And we'll probably visit again once we start getting some new varieties, and we actually have some of the plants to showcase.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You know. All right, thank you, folks. This is the Succulent Bro Podcast.
Succulent Bros.
Peace. Oh yeah.